Hey guys, what is going on? We got a week 1 recap live here. So we're going to be going through the games this week. I'm just going to be recapping it, giving my reaction because there were actually like a lot of upsets this week. A lot of stuff I didn't expect to happen happened, but I guess that's week 1 for you, right? Like it's week 1. Who knows what's going to happen after how many days without football being played? So yeah, we're going to go through all these games, talk about them, and yeah, I want to get your guys' opinion on this stuff. So what's going on, Big Play Slay? The first one here in the chat. So let's start things off with Buccaneers versus Cowboys. So I did a live reaction to this game, so I kind of talked about it already, but I feel like we should talk about it again. So the Buccaneers, they won this game, obviously, right? What's going on, Edward? The Buccaneers obviously won this game, but the Cowboys played well. What's going on, Joe? We're going to talk about the Browns for sure, but they played a good game. That wasn't a bad loss. That's not a bad loss. So, Buccaneers versus Cowboys. Buccaneers, they were expected to win this game, but a lot. What's going on, Bears, Fury? Buccaneers were expected to win this game by a lot, but they didn't. They didn't win this game by a lot. The Cowboys offense really came out strong. Dak looked really, really good in his first game back. And the Cowboys defense honestly didn't look as bad as I expected. It honestly looked better than I expected it to look. So I'm telling you guys, the Cowboys could win the NFC East. They don't have that difficult of a schedule. Like, look out for the Cowboys because Dak from game 1 looked like what he was looking like last season before he got injured. So I'm telling you guys, Cowboys, watch out for the Cowboys. And for the Bucs, I mean, it's week 1. They dealt with some injuries in their secondary in this game, but I don't think there's any need to freak out about the Bucs or the Bucs defense. We'll see what happens with those injuries, but yeah, that was a great game to kick things off. So the next game we are going to do is let's do Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. So we have the Steelers with 23 points and the Bills with 16. So this was honestly a game I was surprised about. I did not expect the Bills to lose at home week 1 versus the Steelers. And the crazy thing is, the Steelers did not score any points in the first half at all. 0 points for the Steelers in the first half. Obviously, this was a defensive battle until, the Steelers decided to score 17 points in the fourth quarter. The Steelers scored 17 points in the fourth quarter after scoring no points for the first 2 quarters, the first half of the game. Buffalo, they just came up short. Josh Allen threw the ball 51 times, and I'm curious what you guys think about this. Do you guys think they're throwing the ball too much with Josh Allen? Because Devin Singletary, he had 11 carries for 72 yards. So that's a great yards per carry average there, right? But they only ran it with him 11 times. Najee Harris, he had 16 carries for 45 yards. So the Steelers, they tried to run the ball, but they couldn't really get the run game going. I'm just curious if the Bills are going to try to stop throwing the ball as much with Josh Allen. The other thing that I noticed in this game that had me not concerned, but a little like, oh, maybe you should watch out for that, is Josh Allen was running with the ball a lot. And I say it made me a little concerned because it's a 17-game season. Like, it's a long season for your quarterback to be taking all these hits and throwing the ball over 50 times and then running with the ball and taking all these hits. I want to see how many times Josh Allen ran the ball. I'm looking at the box score right now. Josh Allen, he ran the ball 9 times for 44 yards. So he threw the ball for over 50 yards, and then he ran with the ball 11 times. So I feel like I understand that's part of your game plan and whatever, but I feel like the Bills got to be a little careful with Josh Allen, having him throw the ball that much, having him take that many hits while running the ball. I don't know. I'd be a little more careful. I just feel like the Steelers only had a rush 4 and then dropped everyone back in coverage because it seemed like, the Bills were just going to throw the ball. And then towards the end of the game, the Bills did decide to run the ball and it was working. And And the real MVP of this game, though, the real MVP of this game is Chris Boswell for the Steelers. I mean, let's see how many field goals he hit. He hit, wait, I have to pull up the official number. He was 3 for 3 on his field goals, and he hit one from 45 yards, and he hit one towards the end of the game to make it a 10-point game and like stop a potential Bills game-tying drive towards the end of the game. So Chris Boswell for the Steelers is like the MVP of this game because Big Ben, he had some nice plays, but also he had some plays like, what are you doing? He had an interception that was actually called back because I think of a holding call. And then he had a fumble when he was just like holding the ball almost like at his waist in one hand. And it's like, why are you doing that? So, yeah, Chris Boswell definitely was like one of the main scorers for the Steelers this game. And they had a punt block return for a touchdown. The Steelers did. I mean, TJ Watt, he came back after, getting his new contract. He had a forced fumble. It was really a defensive battle this game, and good for the Steelers. First game of the season, going up to Buffalo and winning. I think that really earns them a lot of respect, especially how people laughed at them after going undefeated last season and what happened versus the Browns in the playoffs there. I mean, going undefeated to start the season. They weren't undefeated the whole season, but listen, that was a say-something performance by the Steelers. Yeah, Bills don't have a run game. Yeah, I feel like they need to try it a little bit more. That like, you're having Josh Allen throw the ball 51 times, and then he runs the ball 9 times. Like, I feel like that's just a lot you're putting on your quarterback when it's a 17-game season. And this guy is like the future of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going to talk about New Orleans soon. Crazy game. That was a crazy game. Yeah, the Bills offense, it just went to sleep kind of. Wait, Brandon, Wait, Brandon, I thought you were, why do I think you were a Dolphins fan, Brandon? Are you a Ravens fan? Yeah, 51 is a lot of passes, especially the first game of the season. Let's move on to the next game here. Let's talk about, this was a good one. This was a good one. We're going to talk about the Cincy Vikings game. So Bengals put up 27 points and the Vikings put up 24. So remember you guys told me not to pick the Bengals to win and then they won? Yeah, Brandon, I thought you were a Dolphins fan. But Burrow came back. He played well. Jamar Chase was just like, oh, I don't drop the football. What are you talking about? I loved in the post-game press conference, Joe Burrow came up after Jamar Chase, and was like, oh, I thought he dropped everything to the media people. It was so funny. But yeah, this one went to overtime. Long field goal to win the game by the rookie kicker and McPherson, right? That's his name. I saw highlights of this one. 33-yard field goal. Okay, so it wasn't that long. Oh, the 53-yard one was the long one in the fourth quarter. So we hit a 53-yard one. So yeah, what's going on, Big Play Slay? What's going on, Steven? Oh yeah, Bear Spirit, this is crazy. How the whole NFC North. I mean the whole NFC wait, isn't the NFC North is 0-1? Burrow the GOAT. Yeah, Burrow is the GOAT. I love Burrow. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Trevor Lawrence a little bit. He had 3 picks and 3 touchdowns though. Big Play Slay says I totally didn't get a notification. Take that big L though. Yeah, I got the L necklace on. Keep taking these L's. Where's the L? Where's the L? Oh, there it is. There it is. Wait. This is reverse. So it's like hard for me to tell. But yeah, you see the L. I stay taking these L's. Oh my god, the Saints. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. They look so good. Anthony, what's going on? Just under 10 minutes, Anthony. Not too long. We're just getting started. We haven't talked about the 49ers yet, Anthony. We haven't talked about that game yet. But we're going to talk about that game right now. I'm going to move on to that game. Yeah, Burrow, he had that long touchdown to Jamar Chase, LSU connection there. So this game we're going to talk about was actually a crazy one because I was following this one, and then all of a sudden the 49ers could have lost this game to the Lions. So the 49ers scored 41 points, and the Lions scored 33. So what was crazy about this game? Yeah, Anthony's a 49ers fan. He's always in the chat. It's awesome. Yeah, so this game started off, with Trey Lance touchdown. Very nice, very nice. We love watching Trey Lance play. And then, San Francisco goes on to score 24 points in the second quarter, right? Then 7 points in the third, 3 points in the fourth. But in the second half, Detroit scored 7 points in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, Detroit scored 16 points. So at one point in the fourth quarter, this was a one-possession game after the 49ers had the huge lead. Jimmy Garoppolo was 17 to 25. He had 314 yards, 1 touchdown. Jared Goff's numbers weren't terrible. 38 for 57, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I just think it was crazy how all of a sudden the Lions were just back in this game. Everyone expected the 49ers to win this game by so much. But listen, the 49ers offense looked really good. I mean, they put up 41 points, and that was not even with Trey Lance playing. But this was a crazy game. But yeah, like Detroit just kept scoring, and they got the onside kick, and they had the ball, and it was like a one-possession game. It was like, what is happening? What is this? Like last time I checked, this score was not this close. All right, we're gonna move on to another crazy game. Arizona versus the Titans. So I can honestly say I thought this was going to be a super close game, but it was kind of the opposite of that. So Arizona had 38, Titans had 13 in this game. Kyler Murray had 5 touchdowns. And I don't even think the stats are the most impressive part about this game. Is you have to go back and watch this game. Watch what Kyler Murray did in this game. The way he would run to avoid pressure, backpedal, turn around, run, blah, 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 complete the pass. The first touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins. Oh my God. He's running, throws across his body. Throws across his body to the back of the end zone to hit Hopkins. It was a great catch by Hopkins, but an incredible throw by Kyler Murray. I mean, like how strong his arm is. I always say this, when Kyler Murray throws, like the zip the ball has, it's like boom, 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 boom. It was insane. He was running to the sideline to the right, cross his body to the middle, back of the end zone. Go watch that play. It was the first touchdown in that game. Just Kyler Murray was insane at extending plays and just crazy passes after extending the play, avoiding pressure. Kyler Murray, he's always just like a little, like, I guess, joystick almost. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I love watching him play. And yeah, the Titans, like, let's see Derrick Henry's stats because I don't have them off the top of my head. He had 17 carries for 58 yards. Derrick Henry had 17 carries for 58 yards. That's nuts. That is nuts. And someone just said it in the chat. Anthony's the one who said it. The West is real, folks. 100%. The West, I think, is by far the best division in the league. Like, this division is so good. Like, whoever, I think whoever like gets fourth in this division is going to be the best record to miss the playoffs. Because I think the West could possibly get both wild card spots in the NFC. So, you played against Kyler Murray in fantasy, so did I. But somehow I won. I literally don't know. Well, I had Tyler Lockett on my team. Yeah, Edward. D-Hop, 2 touchdowns, crazy performance. A lot of people, I think, were doubting the Ravens. Getting my birds confused here. I think a lot of people were doubting the Cardinals coming into this year, doubting Cliff Kingsbury, and wow. What a performance. Really. Kyler Murray, crazy. Wait, do you guys think Kyler Murray could win MVP this year? I'm curious. What do you guys think about Kyler Murray MVP? Big Play Slice started Kyler Murray in fantasy. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the 3 wild cards again. Yeah, they could possibly get all of them. Next game, Seattle Indy. So this is the game I really got to watch the least amount of. So apologies, because I try to go back and watch all the games on Game Pass so I can talk about them informed, but I really didn't get to watch this one. I just watched some of it live yesterday. So the Seahawks won this one 28, and the Colts scored 16 points. Honestly, I thought the Colts would win this game. They were at home. Yeah, that's true. Big play Slay. Titans defense isn't that good. Bryce says if Murray doesn't get hurt, he has a shot. 100%. Yeah, for sure. And Edwards says Murray. So far, yes. So this is the game I gotta be honest. I really didn't get to watch a good replay of. Like I said, I try to go on Game Pass and watch all these games before I do this, so I know what I'm talking about, not just reading a box score and being like, yeah. But this one I watched a little bit live and that was it. Tyler Lockett. I started Tyler Lockett on fantasy, so that was nice. He had 2 touchdowns and 100 yards and only 4 receptions. Isn't that crazy? What's going on, Colby? Good game yesterday. What's going on, Colby? I was surprised how many times they sacked Carson Wentz. He had 3 sacks. I mean, that's not terrible, but it just seemed like he was getting sacked. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that in that game. Chandler Jones, what, 5 or 6 sacks in that game? I totally forgot to mention that, Bryce. Yeah, both Kyler Murray and Chandler Jones had crazy performances in that Cardinals game. Russ had 4 touchdowns. I feel like we're not talking about that enough. Russ had 4 touchdowns versus the Colts, and this Colts defense is solid. Carson Wentz, he threw for 251 yards, 2 touchdowns, 25-38. The thing is with the Colts, if they do not make the playoffs, the Carson Wentz trade is just like an L. That's an L for them. Oh my god, I thought I just felt a bug on my leg. Ooh, okay, that scared me. Because there's a lot of bugs this time of year, and I'm scared of bugs. The thing is, if the Colts do not make the playoffs, that trade, that's just a loss, that trade, because they made the playoffs last year with Phillip Rivers. Now you bring in a younger quarterback, a quarterback who's more athletic, and you traded picks for him. And if they don't make the playoffs, that's not good. That is a loss. That trade is a loss. So you had Russ in fantasy, got you 30 points. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't honestly, I gotta be honest. Not to disrespect JJ Watt or anything, but at this point in his career, I was not expecting JJ Watt to put up crazy numbers with the Cardinals. I expected him to make an impact, but I didn't expect him to put up crazy numbers. And yesterday, exactly, Chandler just went off yesterday, and JJ Watt's definitely gonna make an impact on this defense. You think Phillip Rivers is greater than Carson Wentz? Okay, at a point in Phillip Rivers' career, yes, he was definitely better than Wentz. But I just feel like last year, Rivers was old. I mean, he retired the year after, and I just feel like Carson Wentz brings another dimension to the game. But then again, Carson Wentz can throw those crazy interceptions where you're like, what are you doing? So I don't know. I guess it's your preference. I guess it's what kind of quarterback style you like to watch. Next, we're going to talk about the Chargers and the Washington football team. So this game I watched live. Chargers scored 20. Washington football team scored 16. And this game was a close one. This came down to you grew up watching Rivers, you take him over Carson. Yeah, but I just feel like for many years I would take Rivers over Carson, right? But who would you take this year? Let's say Rivers didn't retire. Would you take Rivers or Carson? I'm curious what you guys think. Still big here in San Diego? Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, he played his whole career there except for last year. What's your last comment, Bears Fury? I'm not sure if he went back to the locker room. Yeah, I think Carson for sure, if it was this year. In my opinion, just because he brings that other dimension. So, Chargers. I spelled Charger instead of Chargers. Let me edit this. Chargers. There we go. You see, I can spell, guys. Chargers 20, Washington 16. I watched this game live. I made a video about this game today. This was a great game for the Chargers because if you guys remember, the Chargers have struggled with closing games out. They lose a lot of close games. They were in competitive games with the Buccaneers last year, the Chiefs, all these great teams, and even teams that weren't so great. And they would just consistently lose, couldn't close it out. But yesterday, they went down in the second half of this game. I forget if it was the third or fourth quarter, but they came back and won. I did a whole video about this if you guys want to check it out. But basically, just to summarize that, what I loved so much about the Chargers in this game was there was like 5 minutes and like 29 seconds left or something. They had a 3rd and like 16 on their own 11 or something, like in their own zone, like deep back by their own end zone. And instead of just trying to run out the clock and play all conservative, they throw it, get the first down, and then they don't just run the ball after that. They continue to throw it. They're not doing that very predictable, we have a 4-point lead in the fourth quarter. Let's run the ball on 1st and 2nd down and then throw it on 3rd down. Like that's how you will lose close games, in my opinion. But the Chargers, I said, we're just going to keep throwing it. We don't care. We're going to put the ball in Herbert's hands. We're not just going to try to run out the clock here and then punt it back. Like, they were so aggressive, and I loved it. I loved it. It was awesome. Herbert had some great passes. He did have a not so great interception, but under Staley, I think this Chargers team can be really, really good. I've been saying that I think they make the playoffs. I think Herbert could win MVP possibly. It's just a really good team. The defense played good. Bosa had like a weird penalty where it was like roughing the passer because you can't hit below the waist after like the ball's released. But I thought he was like already like horizontal. Like I don't know. The fumble, it was called a fumble after Herbert threw it and his arm got hit, but I thought he was going up. I thought he was already like throwing the pass. So yeah, Washington, I wouldn't freak out. Fitzpatrick went down, which you don't want to see. But Heineke looked all right, to be honest with you. He looked solid. What was he, 11 for 15, I think? Yeah, 11 for 15, 122 yards and a touchdown. For a guy who hadn't taken first-team reps all week, came into the game in the middle of the game, like, that's solid. Like, I'm sorry, that's solid. Mario says, Lauren, I love your outtakes. You spit nothing but facts, all teams and players. I hope your broadcasting dreams come true. Thank you, Mario. That's so nice. Anthony says, if Herbert can keep his rhythm, do what got him here, and O-line can keep him on his feet, Chargers are going to be good. Yeah. And that's the thing. I think Herbert only had like 2 sacks yesterday versus this, let me look at the stats. Versus this team, yeah, Herbert was sacked 2 times. He was sacked 2 times. So that's not terrible versus this Washington offensive line. With this Chargers offensive line, you know, you're starting a rookie. Yeah, they did have a lot of injuries last season. Derwin James didn't play at all last season. Like, I feel like people forget that. He was out like right before the season started. Next game we're going to talk about is Jets versus Carolina. This is like the other game I didn't get to see a ton of. Like, I didn't get to watch this one back. Like I said, I try to watch them back because like I don't want to come on here and just like talk about stuff I don't know. But from what I heard, because I live in New York, the thing with this game was the Jets did not protect, I almost just said Sam Darnold. They did not protect Zach Wilson well. That's the thing I heard from this game. Carolina, oops, I typed Carolina twice. Carolina scored 19 points. The Jets scored 14. So what I heard from my fellow New Yorkers was that the Jets, they couldn't protect Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson went 20 for 37, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold gets the win versus his old team. Yeah, Zach Wilson got sacked 6 times. So the rookie gets sacked 6 times. Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, Christian McCaffrey almost had 100 yards rushing. He had 89 yards receiving. Yeah, but that's nuts. You're a rookie quarterback, your first game. It's like, hey, welcome to the NFL. You're gonna get sacked 6 times today in one game. That's more than one per quarter. Yeah, like welcome to the NFL, rookie. That's a real welcome to the NFL moment right there. 6 sacks. That is rough. I feel for Zach Wilson. And the thing that makes me nervous about Zach Wilson, I think he's so much fun to watch play and all that. But the thing that makes me nervous, I'm not a doctor, but his frame is so small. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like his frame is small, and just to be taking so many hits like that, like, I don't care what size you are. Like, we saw with Cam how many hits he had to take and like what happened with his injuries. Like, I just can't believe they're not doing a better job of protecting him. I know Mekhi Becton, he like dislocated his knee. Fortunately, it wasn't like an ACL or anything, so it doesn't look like he'll be done for the season. But that's another huge loss on that offensive line. Is you got this rookie quarterback, and now you lose your first round pick from the previous year, who was an offensive lineman, who was there to help protect him and make him feel more comfortable. And now Becton is going to be out for multiple games, so that really stinks for the Jets. And they gotta make sure they protect Zach Wilson. Honestly, like the Jets' priority needs to be making plays and having sets that protect Zach Wilson. Get your tight end there blocking, have a lot of plays to the strong side, because this guy's your future. You spent the second overall pick on him. You do not want him to get seriously injured in his rookie season. You don't want him to get seriously injured at all. But especially with Becton going down, the Jets need to make sure he's not getting sacked 6 times a game anymore, because that's brutal. That's brutal. Next game we're going to talk about. Let's go. We're going down the list here. We're going in time order. Oh, it's a good one. Green Bay versus New Orleans. Famous Jameis. Famous Jameis is back. I love it. Let me put the score up here. Saints, 38 points. Green Bay, 3 points, guys. All right, we got 30 people in here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you're just stopping by here for the first time, I appreciate you guys. If you want to drop a thumbs up down there, it like really helps out the channel. It like pushes it out. Like YouTube's like, oh, people like this video. So if you want to drop a like, that's cool. Oh, we just dropped viewers because I probably did that plug for dropping the like. But this game, Famous Jameis is back. And I thought, him being in New Orleans, sitting behind Drew Brees, having Sean Payton as a head coach was really going to help him in his career. And I was so happy when he was named the starter, because it just showed like this guy's going to have a bounce back season, a comeback season. And he really is. He just looked like a different quarterback out there because he wasn't forcing it. He wasn't just like, well, 50-50 ball, why not? We know Jameis has a talent, but it was more about the decision making. And I feel like Alvin Kamara really had a great impact on how Jameis has been playing, I guess, throughout camp and now in this game, because they were balanced. Alvin Kamara, let me pull up Alvin Kamara's stats for this game. Alvin Kamara, he had 20 carries for 83 yards. So they got the run game going, right? And then it allowed Jameis to only have to throw the ball 20 times. Only have to throw the ball 20 times. This is the crazy stat for Jameis Winston. He was 14-20, right? Only threw the ball 20 times and had 5 touchdowns. He had 5 touchdowns, and he only completed 14 passes. Isn't that nuts? 14 completions and 5 touchdowns. That's freaking sick. I love that. He only threw for 148 yards, and I think that just shows the difference. Like, this isn't 30 for 30 Jameis Winston where he's throwing like 30 interceptions, right? He only threw the ball 20 times. Alvin Kamara carried the ball as many times as Jameis threw it. And I was watching, back this game, and Jameis, it seemed like, when he didn't see things down the field and he had a lane to run, he took the lane and ran. He ran for the first down, slid, and was just making really smart plays. There was a play where, he had so much time. There's so much time, great blocking. No one was open down the field. The pocket starts to collapse. If defenders get there, he just throws it out of bounds. He doesn't force it down the field. And I think his decision-making looks so much better. He's not forcing it. And he had the last touchdown pass he threw was an absolute dime. Like, what was it? How many yards? Like 50 yards, I think. What was it? 55 yards to Harris. Like dime, beautiful pass. And it's just like he's completing passes like that, and he's completing nice short passes, to move the sticks, letting Alvin Kamara do his thing. And I think Alvin Kamara and him are going to be like a great duo. I think having Alvin Kamara on your team, a guy who can run the ball really well, obviously, and catch it really well out of the backfield is just going to help him not force the ball down the field. And let me go through the chat here because I just went on a little rant. Francisco, what is going on? Francisco says, was not expecting that score, honestly, especially since this game wasn't in New Orleans. I thought the Packers were going to pass the Saints, run past the Saints. I was dead wrong. Yeah. Cosmo says, Rodgers may be going to Jeopardy. I'll say this. Rodgers did not look good yesterday. Rodgers, he looked off. Like he was just missing his wide receivers. He was just missing his wide receivers. And the Saints got off to such a good start. I feel like Green Bay just kind of abandoned the run game. And he was just missing his wide receivers. And I think, honestly, the most deflating play was Rodgers' interception when they were down 14 and they were in the red zone, right? They were down 14 in the red zone, and Rodgers throws just a really bad pick, like right at the other defenders. And if they would have scored there, it would have been a one-score game with plenty of time left. It would have been a one-score game with plenty of time left if they scored a touchdown there. And he threw a terrible pick. And, I feel like that's where the Packers just lost the game. I feel like that lost the game right there, that Aaron Rodgers interception. EM Baller says, A-Rod looked lazy out there. He just looked off. I don't know if he was just missing receivers. He seemed like he didn't have that chemistry with receivers. Rodgers just doesn't want any part of Green Bay. I don't know if it's that because if for him to play, will teams not want to trade for him if he doesn't play well? You know what I mean? I feel like Big Play Slice says you can tell Rodgers isn't trying. If he were on another team, he'd score 40. I don't know. Maybe it was, he had all of training camp, so I don't want to say, he lost chemistry with his receivers, but he just looked off. His accuracy was really off yesterday, is what I thought. And it's just surprising. 15 of 28, 133 yards and 2 interceptions. What's his stat line? Kenny says, was it really Green Bay wasn't ready or New Orleans was a lot better than people think? I'm curious. What do you guys think? I think it was a little bit of both. I think Green Bay played really, really bad. How do you only put up 3 points? I honestly, this Saints defense, I did not expect them to hold Green Bay to only 3 points. But I'm curious what you guys think. I think it's a little bit of both because I really did not expect the Saints. I want to see how the Saints defense plays in the next few games because holding Green Bay to 3 points is insane. Coming off Aaron Rodgers having an MVP season. So let me know, guys, because I'm going to take a sip of this tea because I've just been talking. And I just spilled it on myself. Vibes. Okay. Anthony says, I'd say both. Okay, I don't want to get this on my iPad because my iPad is right here and this cup is dripping. Okay. I'd say both, but Saints with Peyton can do a lot. Yeah, exactly. I think Sean Payton is going to be a great match for Jameis. EM says, Saints caught off guard. I'm confident Green Bay will rebound. Yeah, I don't think Green Bay is going to have a losing record. It's week 1, you know what I'm saying? There's always a lot of week 1 overreactions, which is just natural because we haven't seen football in so long. It's the first game, so of course we're going to overreact. Bryce says, I think it's both, but mainly Green Bay was slacking. Their D kept getting thrown in because O-line wasn't producing. Yeah, Green Bay fell behind so quick that it's just I feel like their offensive game plan just went bye-bye. Okay, let me sip. Okay, put that back. Didn't get any on my iPad, but did spill it on my lap, so we're good. Okay. Next game. Oh my God, the next game is a Giants game. Cries. So let's talk about this. I was gonna do more. I think I'm gonna do a more in-depth video on this tomorrow too, because I just need a vent. So Broncos 27, Giants 13. So I do have to say, Teddy B played really, really well in this game. I think he just did what he had to do in just spreading the ball around, avoiding pressure. Like whenever the pressure did get to him, he was able to avoid it really easily. Like I don't think the Giants pass rush was good, but when it did get there, Teddy B was like backing it up, doing some Kyler stuff back there. So I'm happy for Teddy. Honestly, like I'm happy Teddy won the starting job there. After all Teddy's been through, like I remember exactly where I was when we got the notification on what happened to his knee in practice. But I'm just happy he's back. But the Giants defense, what the heck? Like they were supposed to be good. They were good last season. They were best part of the team last season, but they couldn't stop anything or get off the field. And I think part of that was due to the pass rush being bad. I think wait, did I forget to do the Eagles game? Oh, I forgot to do the Eagles game. We'll do that next. So I'm going through the times, like 1 o'clock games, 4:25. You know, the defense was atrocious. And it's like, this is supposed to be the good part of the team. And then, of course, Daniel Jones is like, I must fumble. I must do it because I'm just wired to do this. Like, how we breathe oxygen is how Daniel Jones fumble. He has to do it once a game. He's wired to do that. He's programmed to do that. It's like something that just won't not happen. It's like how the sun comes up every day or the moon comes up every night. Well, like, I guess if it rains, well, the sun is out if it rains, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just has to happen. It always has to be there. And it's just like, I don't understand what this man is doing at times. Like, it's first down. Like, I would understand more if it's third down or fourth down and you got to get to the first down marker, right? But it was first down. You're driving. You're having a nice drive, right? You're building momentum. There's 2 defenders. And you go like this and lower the pads. Sir, do you think you are Derrick Henry? No, Daniel Jones, you are not that guy. You are not the guy who needs to be out here lowering the pads. That's the most frustrating play. It's the most frustrating play to me as a Giants fan. Man Cave says, Giants had many chances to sack Teddy, but he got away and threw the ball and made it into a big play. Yeah, that the most frustrating play was the touchdown on 4th down. And Teddy like converted on 4th down. He was so clutch, honestly. Or I don't want to say clutch because they didn't like come back late in the game, but he was so cool, calm, and collected. He was making his reads, throwing his passes. Anthony says it's a long season and still have time to fix mistakes. And sorry to say you're all in the East, so hold fast, Lauren, and the Giants. Well, yeah, Anthony's in a totally different situation. Anthony is a fan of the 49ers, so he's in the NFC West. So it's like the total opposite of the NFC East. Danny Dimes needs to train with a baseball player and teach him how to slide. Yeah, I know. Not even like he needs to learn how to slide, but not even like he just like should know. Like, how do you not know by now? Like, yeah, Daniel Jones, you are not that guy. Daniel Jones is not that guy to lower the pads. Like, who sees Daniel Jones and is like, yeah, that guy. When he lowers the pads versus 2 defenders, he's going to knock them over. No one has ever thought that, and that probably won't happen. Kyler is on the brain. Kyle Fuller looked great. Fun to watch him with Fangio again. I mean, they really didn't get Golladay involved. That's the other thing. They signed Golladay, and Jason Garrett's like, nah, we'll just not throw to you until it's garbage time because we don't want to do that. Yeah, listen, I'll say this. Thursday night's a must-win for the Giants. And if they don't win that game, that's going to be trouble because that's like the only team Daniel Jones beats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only team Daniel Jones beats. And I'll be honest, I'm very frustrated with Daniel Jones. And I was honestly upset last season when they totally like denied, like blocked out the idea of possibly drafting a quarterback. They were just like, no, Daniel's the guy. No. But there was nothing to prove that Daniel was the guy except for, the situation around him wasn't good. Like, that was the only thing to prove it. And that he works hard. Like, not to rip Daniel Jones here, but like, I know people are saying like, oh, like, you know, he works really hard, one of the hardest workers. But like, sometimes you just have to have talent as well. Like sometimes talent plays more than hard work. Like I know like that's a terrible that's like not like an inspiring thing to hear, but sometimes you just got to have a little more natural talent. Like no matter how hard you work. Like if I worked really hard right now, I wouldn't be an NFL quarterback. Like I just don't have the talent. Like you know what I'm saying? So same with the majority of people. Like they worked really hard right now and worked really hard. There's so many kids that work hard all through high school and college and don't make it to the NFL. Like sometimes the talent just needs to be there more. Saquon did not do that well. I mean, they were kind of limiting him why can I not talk? They were kind of limiting him a little bit, but even when he did get carries, he wasn't breaking off any big runs that we usually see from Saquon. Yeah, they need a running game. Jones was the leading rusher again. It was a really bad game for the Giants. Let me say this. Broncos played really well because they went for it on fourth down and they converted. Like they made some gambles and they converted and it paid off. So like you have to give that to the Broncos and their coaching staff. Like they really played this game to win. It's kind of like with the Chargers, how I talked about with the Chargers, how, the Chargers with like 5 minutes left, they kept throwing the ball. They weren't trying to run down the clock. That's kind of what the Chargers did, the Broncos did, but earlier in this Giants game. They played aggressive. They were playing to win this game. They were throwing the ball. They let Teddy just do his thing. I want to see Teddy's stats for this game, actually, real quick, and then we'll move on to the Eagles game because I want to talk about that. Teddy was 28 of 36, 264 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he was just dropping them wherever he wanted. He was just throwing the ball wherever he wanted. Yeah, I want to talk about the Eagles game now, but that was a nice game from the Broncos. Like, that was a good game. The defense played well. Like, the Broncos were a really solid team. Like, you can't deny that. But the Giants played bad too. Like, me saying the Giants played bad is not taking away from the Broncos at all. Like, they played well, but the Giants also played horrendous. I forgot to talk about the Eagles, so we're going to talk about the Eagles now. The Eagles, 32 points. Atlanta Falcons, 6. So this game was a surprising one for me because I did not expect the Eagles to win, but they said we're going to put up 32 points and not allow the other team to get 7. And that was impressive. I got to say, I did not expect the Eagles to be the first place team and the only team with a win after week 1 in the NFC. I don't know how many other people expected the Eagles to win. Who expected the Eagles to be in first? Jalen Hurts, 27 of 35, 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. I know people are saying the Falcons defense, it's not that good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but he still put up those numbers, okay? That was still a really solid performance for him the first game of the season. Like, I know a lot of Giants fans, like, hate on Jalen Hurts, being like, oh, he's trash and this and that. I don't see that. Like, I'm not someone who's going to sit here and hate on Jalen Hurts after he barely played any games last season. Like, the dude was a rookie last year. He had some good moments, and they're trying to support him. They drafted Devontae Smith, and he's able to, run the ball. Like, he brings a lot to the team. So, I'm trying to read your guys' comments. James says, I see Dallas taking the NFC East. Yeah, I could see that too. They looked good versus the Bucs, even though they lost. Like, I'm saying, like, watch out for Dallas. Bears Fury says, Hurts looks great, only first game though. Yeah, exactly. I think he looked good. First game versus the Falcons, not a great defense, but he performed. Like, that's the thing. He performed. He put up the numbers. You couldn't ask him to do much more. I mean, the Eagles offense put up 32 points. They held the Falcons to 6 points. You just can't ask for that much more. Devontae Smith, he got a touchdown. I don't know if I see the Eagles winning. Yes, Juan. Okay, Juan, I did talk about the Chargers, but I did do a video on the Chargers game specifically. So if you want to go watch that, I basically said the same stuff. So because I watched that game, and it was definitely a fun game. But I still don't believe the Eagles will win the NFC East just because the Cowboys looked pretty good. Washington with that defense. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I'm not gonna change my stance drastically on the Eagles right now after week 1. But that's definitely an encouraging sign. Encouraging sign for Jalen Hurts, for Devontae Smith, 71 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 receptions. Miles Sanders, he played pretty well. So, oh really, Juan? That's so funny. Is this your first time here? I was about to watch it, and that's how I came across your channel. LOL, I'll watch it in a bit. Wait, that's so funny. Wait, if that's your first, if that's like, if this is your first time here, wait, that's so funny. What's going on? Welcome. Oh, if you're new here, also, are you a Chargers fan, Juan? Because if you are, I have the Chargers make the playoffs. They're like my sleeper team this year to make a deep playoff run. And I think Herbert could win MVP. So listen, I like the Chargers are like a team I'm really pulling for this year. Like that's a team I'm really pulling for. Why do I feel like I forgot to talk about some other games? We're going down the list here. Oh, here we go. Jacksonville and okay, literally. Juan. Oh wait, that's so awesome. Juan. Okay, everyone, it's Juan's first time here. Let's go, Juan. Welcome. And Juan is the biggest Chargers fan. Awesome. Let's go. I'm curious. You don't have to say if you don't want to, but are you from the San Diego area or the LA area? Like I said that at the end of my video today. I'm like curious. Where are Chargers fans mainly? Are they mainly in San Diego or are they mainly in like LA? I'm curious what the fan base is like. Are we still sleeping the Eagles? Honestly, after yesterday, my whole prediction I feel like goes out the window. I don't know. I feel like we're not sweeping the Eagles anymore. I don't know. LA. Okay, that's awesome. Have you been to SoFi yet? It looks so nice. One of the subscribers to the channel, LA Lou, he's a Rams season ticket holder, and he went last night. I gotta ask him how it was because I want to go to SoFi so bad. Let's talk about the Jacksonville game real quick. Let me put the score up here. So the Jaguars scored 21. I spelled Jaguars wrong. Hold on, guys. And the Texans scored 37. So this was another surprising game for me because wait, no way, you helped build SoFi? That's so sick. Oh, let me know. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Am I back? Hello, hello, hello. Am I better? Am I back? Hello? Hello? Is it better? One sec, one sec. Hello? Hello? Is it better? Better? We good, guys? Better? Audio better? All right, cool. I changed the mic, so the mic might sound a little different. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Oh wait, this is so awesome. So Juan was there from the moment SoFi was just a hole in the ground to the first snap of the first game that was played there. That's literally so awesome. I mean, it looks so sick. It looks like probably the nicest stadium in the NFL. I want to go to SoFi so bad, and I want to go to AT&T Stadium because I've heard people say AT&T is a really nice stadium. But that's so sick. I can't believe you built it. That's awesome. So, who would have thought the Texans would have a better record than the Colts and then the Titans after week 1? Who would have thought the Houston Texans would be undefeated after week 1? I'm happy for Tyrod. I mean, he lost his starting job with Cleveland and with the Chargers literally due to injury. Like he lost his starting job. He got injured. The rookie came in and then he never got his job back. and they put up 37 points. Houston put up 37 points. Trevor Lawrence, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Tyrod Taylor was 21 for 33, 291 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I forgot that Mark Ingram was on the Texans. Like, I forgot that. Like, they have that veteran running back group there. They have Mark Ingram, David Johnson, and Phillip Lindsay. Wait, that's nuts. What is that running back depth there? Oh, Edward. Yeah, I heard people talking about Brandon Cooks. 132 yards. Yeah, I'm happy for Tyrod too because like what happened with him in LA is nuts. Like with the doctor, like with the rib thing, like what? Like that's such a freak thing. Your mom says gonna be at SoFi rooting for Herbert and Derwin. When are you going to SoFi? So yeah, I mean, I think Jacksonville still has a lot to work on, and I honestly wasn't expecting too much from Trevor Lawrence this year. Like when I did my rookie of the year predictions and stuff, like I didn't think Lawrence was gonna be in like the top 3 or top 4, even maybe top 5 for rookie of the year because he doesn't really have the pieces around him in Jacksonville right now. And I mean, yeah, they lost to Houston week 1. Next game we're going to talk about is the Cleveland game. So this was a good game. 2 very good teams in the AFC. Ooh, those are 2 games. Versus Dallas and versus the Chiefs. Those are 2 really good games. Those are going to be fun to watch. So the Chiefs scored 33. And Cleveland scored 29. Putting that in my little thing. And here we go. Patrick Surtain, Defensive Rookie of the Year? Maybe. My thing with Soldier Field is it has to be freezing, isn't it? I heard it's really cold. So this game, Browns got off to an early lead in this game. But then, Patrick Mahomes just did Patrick Mahomes things. The Chiefs offense did Chiefs offense things. Yeah, Debo Samuel had a crazy game. He had a crazy game. Yeah, Bryce. Exactly. So Chiefs, Browns go down. Browns get up early. Chiefs go down early, but the Chiefs then scored 13 points in the fourth quarter and won. Like scored 10 in the third. And that's where they really caught up with the Browns. And then Chiefs won that game. I mean, Patrick Mahomes had a Patrick Mahomes stat line. 337 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, you're always going to get the 3 and the 3 with Mahomes, I feel like. The 300-something yards and the 3 touchdowns. It's just like a very Mahomes thing. Tyreek Hill, 11 receptions, 197 yards, and 1 touchdown. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. They started off strong. But yeah, it's like the Chiefs always win. Yeah, Bears Fury. He does. He has like this crazy. Wait, is this Sports Fury? Are you guys related to Sports Fury? That just hit me. Yeah, the Browns, I'll say this. I know some Browns fans are upset about the loss. But you lost to the Chiefs and you lost by 4 points. Like, come on. There's something to be proud of there. I know you shouldn't like celebrate losses and whatever, but having a competitive game versus the Chiefs in week 1 is good. I think both these teams could be in the AFC Championship. I do. But it's just this Chiefs team is too good. It's still the best team in the league, in my opinion. I think they're better than the Bucs. Even though the Bucs won the Super Bowl last year, I put the Bucs at 2. Yeah, I think it's nothing to be that upset over. Like, I think this is the best loss of the week. If you're a Browns fan, this is the best loss of the week. Like, I think this is the best L you could take. All right, let's move on to another team. I can't believe it's almost been an hour. I gotta hurry up. The game starts kind of soon. I'm also gonna have a post-game live reaction to the game, but not recorded live, like recorded on my camera, then upload it after the game. So stay tuned for that. Dolphins 17, Patriots 16. So Mac Jones didn't play bad his first game. He had a pretty solid game, but it came down to the Dolphins defense. They forced a fumble late in the game, and that's basically how the game ended. Patriots were driving down the field. Dolphins defense forces the fumble in their own red zone. I think it was Damian Harris that fumbled it. And the defense played really well for the Dolphins. Mac Jones, 29 of 39, 281 yards, 1 touchdown. Tua had 202 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. This was really the defense, I want to say, for the Dolphins. The defense is what came up big. Waddle had his first touchdown, so that's awesome. I'm excited to watch him play. EM Baller says, let's go Dolphins. People doubting us and we just win. Are you a Dolphins fan, EM Baller? I gotta say, Dolphins have one of the nicest jerseys. Dolphins and the Chargers, nicest jerseys. I love the teal Dolphins jerseys with like the orange accents. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Those are so nice. So, next game. I gotta hurry this up. How many more do I have? Oh, I have one more. Let's go. Sunday night game. Waiting all day for Sunday night. Ash just shattered because of my singing. All right, Bears 14, Rams 34. So this is what I expected. Benjamin, what is going on? I know big win last night for the Rams. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. So this game. Oh, why didn't my thing come up? I changed it. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Edward, I totally agree. Sunday Night Football has the best theme currently, in my opinion. Yeah, it's so hype. I love it. I'm sad the Giants aren't playing Sunday Night Football because I love like getting hype. Like win all day for Sunday night. Yeah, Montgomery did have a great game. Possibly a breakout season. Matt Dalton did do good. Hopefully improves next game. Justin Fields looked great. This is kind of what I expected from this game. Rams are my Super Bowl pick. And they looked like it last night. Ian Baller says Matt Stafford looks happy now that he has a good team around him. Yeah, Matt Stafford looked incredible last night. How do you not like watching Matt Stafford last night? Like, who didn't enjoy watching this guy throw like 50-yard touchdown passes just with ease? And the way this offense would just move down the field so easily. I mean, the Rams defense, they got the stops. They bent, but they didn't break. I mean, they let Montgomery run on them. Montgomery, he got over 100 yards, but they bent and they didn't break. They only let up 14 points. But that Rams offense was like the star of the show last night. Like so good to watch. Like so fun to watch. As for Justin Fields, like I like Justin Fields. Like I've liked him since college. I think the Giants could possibly regret like not drafting him with the 11th overall pick. I knew they weren't because they said, "Oh, we're not drafting a quarterback," and they literally didn't do any quarterback stuff in the draft process. But Justin Fields, I understand them not playing him week 1 because they're going up against this Rams defensive line, Bears offensive line, obviously an issue. They had players get injured last night on that line, and you kind of want to protect him. I think it was good that they got him some snaps and stuff, right? But I'm saying like maybe around week 3, week 4, they definitely got to get him in there because he brings so much more to the game than Andy Dalton. He really does, and it's just like you gotta give him that starting job soon. Yeah, Cooper Kupp, what a game. Oh yeah. NFC West is too stacked. Like literally, it's crazy. NFC West is so crazy. Every team is gonna have a winning record in that division. Every team is gonna have a winning record. They can all make the playoffs, literally. Not to overreact after week 1, you know. Yeah. But Stafford, I want to see Stafford's stats again. He had like 300 yards, right? Yeah, Stafford, just easy, 20 for 26, 321 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just a little something on Sunday Night Football. Awesome. I think we're gonna come to appreciate Stafford's arm talent even more with the Rams, because think about how this Rams team went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff at quarterback, and now they have Matt Stafford. Like, just watch. Jonathan, what is going on? Hey, Lauren, I know I'm late, but how are you doing? What's going on, Jonathan? I'm doing well. Getting ready to watch the game tonight. Yeah. So, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this live stream. Like I said, stay tuned after the Monday Night Football game for my live reaction to that game and stuff. And yeah, I'm so happy football is back. Before we go, one quick thing. What was your biggest surprise from this week? I want to know. What was your guys' biggest surprise from this week? What shocked you the most? I want to know what shocked you guys the most. I don't know if the chat's delayed. It gets delayed sometimes. Here we go. They came through. I ask questions sometimes, and I know it takes a second. Edward says Houston Texans surprised him the most. Patrick says Green Bay surprised him the most. Brian says the Packers Saints game surprised him the most. I think I have to agree with that. I think the Packers Saints game did surprise me the most. Anthony says, how good of an opening night we all got. Yeah, Thursday night was great, and Sunday night was great. These primetime games were really good. I'm just looking at my cup just made a noise, and I was like, what is that? Saints beating the Packers 38-3, says Jonathan. Yeah, I have to agree with that, Jonathan. I think that was the biggest surprise for me as well. Did not expect that. How do you hold Aaron Rodgers coming off an MVP season to 3 points? Not even a touchdown. You won't let Aaron Rodgers score at all. That's really impressive. I appreciate you, Mario. Appreciate you. So that's going to be oh, wait. We'll go to Brandon's comment really quick. I wanted your Giants to win. I was rooting for them when I was watching my Dolphins. And the Titans did very bad. Embarrassing. Yeah. Titans, that was shocking, too. The Titans, I did not expect I picked the Cardinals to win, but I didn't expect them to win by that much. So Julio says Washington football team defense isn't as good as they're hyped to be. They were solid. I think it says more about the Chargers offense than Washington's defense, to be honest. So that is going to be it, guys, for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Before you go, if you want to drop a thumbs up, I appreciate it, guys. Hot Wheels says, let's go Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, that was crazy. I just need to say, Kyler is insane. That game was insane. What he was doing, throwing across his body like that, nuts. All right, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Anthony. I'll see you guys later. Peace.